So you did the exact same thing that your mentor told you to do in order to get wealth. You copied every exact step, every exact action. They got rich and you got broke. You didn't realize that there's a such thing as an invisible action that takes place through and through. That invisible action is a certain way, which is if you don't have a mix of purpose, belief, obedience, gratitude, vision, confidence, there's it's almost impossible to it is impossible to adopt or become the frequency that calls wealth into form. So although you got the blueprint on how to do things, on the steps to take, and you're inspired to become wealthy and attract riches, you constantly fall short. That invisible imprint, that invisible impression that's constantly impressed upon your attempts to attract riches, it's making you fall short. This is something that no one talks about. And this is why a lot of people believe gurus and self-proclaimed gurus is a scam. They're really not. They're really not. The scam is that no one has ever told you that because you've taken something in the visible world that's already created, you're trying to replicate that, but you don't replicate the mental altitude that they had to in order to attract what they attract. You don't apply that same mental altitude to obtain that thing. You're missing that part. Yeah, you got the actionable steps, but the invisible stuff is probably even more important than the steps that you take, and you neglect that portion of it. So all in all, your actions are inefficient if you don't have purpose, belief, obedience, and gratitude. If you can't see that thing mentally and you can't own that thing mentally, if you can't adopt the mindset and you don't know what type of mindset they had in order to do what they did, but you're not even coming close to it, you think you just can use physical labor and then this thing will work for you. That's not how it works. I hate to tell you, you got to become that frequency that wealth can form. You got to be on that wavelength. It is what it is.